Podnutz Daily is brought to you by the official Podnutz Laptop Video Repair Collection. Over 10 hours of HD downloadable video. If you want to learn how to fix laptops, this is the way to do it. I just reduced the price $54.95, and you can get that at laptoprepairvideos.com. Welcome to Podnutz Daily, episode number 211. I'm here with Daniel Maloney from YourTechie.ca. Hey, Daniel.
Hey, man, I'm just so glad to be just on the same Skype conversation as the universal record holder for the Greek alphabet.
You should be privileged. I mean,
I am, man. It's just like meeting a celebrity.
You know what? I try so hard to be modest about this, but I can't. It's just, you're right.
Did you get a patch yet? Or
no, I want to get my patch. Guys, he's talking about Universal Records Database. They were on a show called NSFW. And I was sitting at my computer just watching that show and just we're doing some work. And they're like, Skype in, you can break a world record. We got the guy from Universal Records Database here. And I'm like, all right. So I waited strategically for a time when the guy ahead of me was just finishing up. And I started calling. And he picked up. And the only thing I could think of doing at that time was say the Greek alphabet as fast as I could. And I did that. And apparently I am the world record holder. But I have to like submit my information and name and stuff to the guys. I'm not actually up on the website yet. And that's why I didn't get my patch. I have to actually email them and say, yo, I'm the guy that called in NSFW. Can you send me my patch? Here's my information, blah, blah. So, you know, I don't have any documented proof other than the show, but like it's not up on the site yet. But anybody can submit a record to that site. That's really fun, man. Have you been to the site, Daniel?
Oh, definitely, man. I was checking out a bunch of it, and I bet you. I time myself. People who can say the English alphabet the fastest, and the one that they had on there was like 2.8 seconds, and I timed myself, and I got 2.3.
You did?
I was like, yeah. So I was like, man, I got to record that and put it up on there.
Oh, dude, we should definitely. Let me. The guys in the chat room cannot hear us, but we are recording on. This has been being recorded for the audio podcast, but let me see why they can't hear us.
Sure.
So, Daniel, what's been new in the computer repair world today or lately?
Well, there's new things all the time, but one thing that stays the same is business, is how you conduct your business. And that's what I want to kind of talk about today is, you know, not necessarily, you know, the nitty-gritty of repairing computers, but a little bit into more along the lines of business and how to, you know, build a successful business that makes you money and makes you happy.
Okay. That's some good tips. People always appreciate the business tips.
Definitely.
Lay it on us.
All right. So one of the first things that I wanted to talk about is, well, you can be the best computer repair technician in the world. You can be the geekiest dude on the block, but that doesn't necessarily make the best computer repair consultant, the best computer repair technician. You got to have some kind of, you know, business back end behind you to be, you know, super successful and to really have a good time and enjoy what you're doing, enjoy doing your business.
Right.
But see, it's not always about what you sell and the service that you offer, because, you know, some people ask, well, what does a computer repair person do, or what do they sell? Like, I mean, I don't necessarily sell fixing the computer. I sell an experience. I sell myself.
Okay, I'm getting you.
You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like the end result is going to be the same no matter what, but you've got to make it a great experience for the client, and that's what you're selling. They could take their computer to a ton of places and get the same end result.
Right.
But what happens in between is what sets you apart in the field. I mean, where I live, there's tons of geeky people around, people who know how to fix computers, but if you've got the skill set to be able to set yourself above and beyond what everybody else is doing, that's what's going to make your business successful. Not that you're, you know, the greatest technician that ever lived. It's that you make the client feel comfortable. You do all the right things to make sure that their experience is the best one. All
right, makes sense. It sounds like you're taking somebody to Disney World and putting them on a ride. But so what do you have specifically about this? No, I'm totally tracking with you, and I agree. But I love how passionate you are being about this. What do you have in mind? What kind of things can somebody do to improve the customer experience?
Well, one of the things that I do is there's a philosophy that I do when I'm dealing with my customers, and I call it, overly polite but too cool. And that sounds a little weird when you say it, but that's the way you do it. You're super nice but super cool at the same time.
Right. So it doesn't seem like you're kissing their butt, you mean?
Pretty much, yeah. So say you're working with a client and they say, "Oh, hey, Dan, you want some coffee?" I was like, "Oh, yeah, you know what? That would be really nice. Thanks, man." So you got, "Oh, that would be really nice." You've got the nice voice tone. You make it sound like you're being real nice, but then you throw in the man. You're kind of cool. You're leveling with them. I used to work in a pretty big corporation, and I learned pretty quick that there's people who are, the big butt kissers, and when somebody's kissing your butt,
right.
You can tell.
Right.
And what I found is that, you could meet the biggest business person in the world, 100% all business, but at the end of the day, we're all just, we're all regular people. We all go home to our families. We all enjoy doing different things on the weekend, and for the most part, it's mostly guys. We're all a bunch of dudes. It's just like a locker room.
Right.
And if you can get a connection with somebody like that on a level where you're just two guys just talking, or even a guy and a girl talking like that, where you can build some kind of connection that's a little bit more than just fixing their computer. If you can kind of, be friends for the short time that you're there, and even longer.
All right, I agree with you. Now, here's the trick, and there's where some people are going to get caught up, is making this sound forced. Because you have to make this natural. If somebody says "man" to me just because I think they're trying to be cool, it actually pisses me off, because it's like you can tell they're not relaxed and they're not comfortable. So you're going to have to pull this off by actually being relaxed and being cool, not just acting cool. So you're going to have to go around practicing, getting over any social phobia you have of meeting somebody new and being comfortable in the same space as somebody that is by you and them by yourself. You got to get over that. It's this way. It doesn't sound fake. I agree totally with what you're saying, but you have to really pull it off, and you could do that. Just got to do a little practice and somehow.
Yeah, you're right. It's definitely a practice skill. Like, it's not something that you can just jump into. And like if what I say is take what I say and then put your own spin on it.
Right.
Like there's no real way to do it. Like this works for me because it jives with my personality so well, because that's just who I am.
So you're saying you're a cool dude.